normally on Monday I'll teach the core content, introduce that whole group. And then when we get into our groups, I'll stick with the core content. Say like if we've already done, they've already learned multiplying, adding, subtracting, dividing fractions. They know the skill of how to do it. So every Friday, we take a little assessment. It could be 3 to 5 questions. It just depends on what it is that we're doing, learning. And then we'll go by that to see, okay, this group of kids have it, they have it mastered. They have the skill mastered. So when they come to Ms. Pitvorek, they may go into word problems where, okay, now they know the skill, but they have to figure out what operation. Or if they're still lacking just in the skill, then that's what she'll work on. When they come to Ms. Scott, she works on the intervention skills that, like say from the beginning of the year, that they haven't mastered or they forgot. She will back them up on that. So every week it just depends on what group needs what.
Well, the model that we used was the station model, and each group of students moves through us to the different stations. We have different objectives. We're working on different things at our stations.
What we found to be successful is the main teacher, or the regular ed teacher, which is Ms. Hall, will teach them the skill. And then I will review whatever she's taught in my center. And then Ms. Scott will teach like an intervention, something that they have not mastered, either through calculation or another skill we've taught. So I'm usually incorporating the word problems into the skill that they have learned, if that makes sense. It's not always the same. It can be sometimes the same skill, but usually it's something different or review, if that makes.
My first group was working on two-digit by two-digit multiplication. And then the last group there I had was working on the fractions. So it's more of what they need.
Well, as far as the core content, I do that just because I'm the regular ed teacher. Once we do the assessments on Friday, then they can see, okay, this is what I need to do next week with this group. This is what they're still not, like she'll know what they're still not getting. As far as planning, unfortunately, we all three don't have the same planning period. So like a lot of times after class or when we're switching classes, one of them will say, okay, so-and-so didn't get this, or this group is still struggling. And then we have to meet in the morning and after school, but we all tutor after school as well. So it's just when we can.
Communicating whenever we
yes.
can.
Yeah, whenever we can
email,
fit it in.
Yes. Lunch, whenever we see each other in the hallway. Yes.
I think the benefits is we have we've all been trained, but we also have a teacher that has, they're getting the regular ed instruction, and they're with everybody. You're not isolating kids, and they're learning from each other. So they get the benefit of other students being modeling for them. They're getting the core instruction, with just modifying their work, and they're able to be successful, and they don't feel isolated, and it increases their self-esteem, and they feel better about what they're doing because they're doing what everybody else is doing.
And that each one of them, everybody has a teacher with them, so they have that teacher support. Every child at every moment in the class, which is awesome to have.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That way they're not working on something and doing it completely wrong. We're there, so that's a very, very big benefit.
There's all different kinds of models. Like it depends every year what the group is like. We've used models where we both teach, where the teacher teaches, or and then during the year we've used pretty much all of them. And where we walk around, monitor, make sure they're on task, make sure do the modifications they need for whatever the regular ed teacher is doing. But we've found this year, or most of the time, they do need some type of small group. And
yes.
Especially,
This group really needs the smaller groups.
Yeah.
So station teaching is basically
worked
the way
best.
we've had to keep it, for them.
The other thing you should have in front of you is this. Do you have one of these in front of you, just so you can have as a reference? The next thing I'm going to give you is our graphic organizer we use every time. Yes, well, leave it on the table. Did you lose yours? Don't worry about it. That's why I have one out today. You can use that one today. Okay, Ray Sean. I did it again. Tayshawn. I do that all the time. Okay. So, you with me? Get your calculator out. Okay, you have a calculator at your desk. If I tell you can use a calculator, you can use it. If not, you cannot use it until you are done. Okay? So we'll use it at the end. You may use it. Okay? You know if you can use a calculator. You know. All right? Let's go ahead and get to this first question right here. Everybody with me? Right here. Keaton, I love how you are focused and not looking right at me. You guys ready? I'm going to read the first time. Look at the problem as I read it. Kristen is planning for a dinner party for herself and 8 of her best friends. She plans to make a potato salad that requires 1/4 of a potato serving. How many potatoes will she need for herself and her 8 guests? So, what is this problem about? What is it about? Why don't you discuss it with your neighbor? You two discuss it, you two discuss it, you two discuss it, and I'll come over here and discuss it with Keith. What is this problem about? What are they doing in this problem? What are they doing? What are they doing, Sarah? What are they doing? They're planning a dinner party, and what are they making? No, they're not making. Well, what kind of potato? Potato casserole, okay? And what do they want to? What do they need to find out to make that potato casserole? What do they need to find out? Okay, you guys, go ahead and discuss it. I'm discussing with them. Will you two discuss it? Can you discuss it with you? You two discuss it also. Okay. Okay, so we're not talking about whether you add, subtract, multiply, divide yet. We're just talking about what is the problem about, okay? Because we jumped too far ahead before we analyze it. Go ahead. So what do they need to make it? What do they need to make it? What do they need to make the potato salad? What? And they need, what do they need right here? How many what? So it's about how many potatoes they need to make what? Potato salad. Okay? Good job. All right, everybody. Back here, everybody know what it's about. Who wants to tell me in a complete sentence? Go ahead. You're on the right track with that. Okay, you're on the right track. They're buying potatoes for what? For what? To make a casserole. How many? Okay, so that's what it is. We're making a casserole for a dinner party. That's what this is about, okay? How many potatoes do we need to make a casserole? Oop, I need to erase all this. Let me erase it. Ooh. So that's what this is about. So go ahead on your graphic organizer and write here, what is this problem about? It's about how many potatoes do we need to make a casserole?
What polygon did we talk about yesterday? What do you call those polygons? Yes, baby. What do you call a 4-sided shape? Quadrilateral, okay? This is what you're thinking of. A square, what do we know about a square? It has 4 right angles. 4 sides, what about those sides? They all have to have the same length, right? Nice, nice. Okay, everybody good with it? All right, I don't mind if you use your organizer. Everybody's going to get quadrilaterals. So make sure you pass these out and everybody gets the same one of each. You're going to use this to help you answer these questions. You're welcome. How are they alike? How can you... Do that, you didn't I? You should have 5 of them. Match the ones that are on your organizer right here. Should have what? A square, rectangle. And what's the rectangle that's slanted? That's a parallelogram. Yeah, well, they're not supposed to match. It's just a coincidence that some of them are the same size. No, on here. Where's your organizer? Yeah, well, that's okay. All right. You just have to look off at Keith's. I got you, babe. What shape is that?
That's a rectangle, so you gotta do it like that.
No, you have a rectangle.
Oh. We have a rectangle.
Rhombus. There's a square.
Yeah.
Yes. What? All right, everybody's got your, I got you, girl. I'm coming down, I got you. All right. You don't have to. Look at number 2 right there. Look at number 2. What does it say? There you go. All right. What's number 2 say? What's it say? Quadrilateral in many ways as possible. So, what shape are they showing right now? That you were always taught in school. Rectangle. Okay, that's the first shape that you wherever it was ever called, correct? Okay. What are those dashes all around there? What does that mean? You've got this right here. What are these dashes? What does that mean? Why do you have 2 here and 2 here, but just 1 here and 1 here? What does that mean, Keaton? What does these dashes mean? Do you remember? Tajon, do you? Think about it. What do you know about a rectangle? What do you know about a rectangle? Has 4 sides and they're straight. What about the 4 sides? Why do you call this a rectangle? And you call that a square? Yes, it's long. What do we know about a square? What do we know? Look right here. What's the first thing it says on there? All 4 sides are same length. What's it say about the rectangle sides? Right here. Opposite. So the opposite sides are equal length. So here's this side. Which one's the opposite side? To the right, to the left, or up? Up. Okay, so why do you think there's 2 marks here and 2 marks here? But then there's only 1 here and 1 here. What do we know about this side and this side? It's okay. It's okay. Somebody help him. Yep.
The 2 lines are like stay the same length, but we're not the same length. So we did the 2 lines.
Because he said with a rectangle, the opposite sides are the same length, right? And then this is the same length as this one. So that's why you have 2 marks here and 2 marks here showing, oh, anything that has 2 marks, 2 dashes are the same length, right? And this one has 1 and 1 because these are the same length, right? What are these little half square? What does that mean? Right angles. Awesome. Awesome. What?
When you do rectangles or draw that, and then when you do that,
Did you forget what you were going to say? It's okay. It can come back. So how would I put dashes on my square? If I was like, I'm not sure that's a square, what could I do to show somebody that's a square? Like that? Where am I going to put the other ones? And that says, oh, look, each side has 1 dash. So that means they're all the same length. Awesome. Awesome. So look at number 2. You see the shape? What's all the names that could be? What's all the names that could be? Look at yes, and you can use these. This can be a square. What do you have to in order to be a square?
you have to have all 4 sides same length.
Are all four sides the same length on this one? No, okay. So then what shape is this? If I said for $1 million, Tajon, name this shape, what would you say? You got it. So you know it's a rectangle because you were taught that first off, right? Huh? It's Monopoly money, so yeah. So write that down, and you could, it's spelt right here. And if you know the other ones, yes. Yes. I want all the names that shape can have. Because you all learned yesterday. I'll get you an eraser. Go ahead and write that. I'll get you an eraser. You have one? So what are you going to put there? Awesome. Awesome. Sarah, you need a pencil, babe? Is it sharpened? You're welcome. So is that the only thing this can be? What else can it be? Look at your shapes up here. Okay, what else can this be? We talked about yesterday. That's why it's important that you have this. Okay, do you know what is this? What is this that you rhombus? You got it. What's it say it has to have?
All four sides have the same length.
Are all four of these sides the same length? Is it kind of hard to tell? Okay, but look at the dashes. You have a dash here, and you have a dash here. Do you have one here and here? So that means only these two sides are the same length, right? So can this be a square? What do you have to do in order to be a square?
All four sides the same length.
Are all four of these sides the same length? Are all four of these sides the same length? Is this one right here? Look how long that is. Is that the same length as this little one right here? Okay, so that can't be a square then. But you need to come back up here. What else can be a rectangle? What else can a rectangle be? Huh? What's a square have to have? And what?
Based on the picture and what we know, are we going to need
Are all four sides? Are all four of those sides the same length? Can that be a square then? No. What else though? Look and see. Look and see on your organizer. Yes, sir. What? Quadrilateral. Oh, this right here? Parallelogram. Oh, yes, every single one of those is quadrilateral. Yes, they are. You're right. Oh, you just write quad? Yes, you can just write Q-U-A-D. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. How you doing, Sarah? Okay. What else is it? So you know that's a rectangle because you were always taught that, right? Okay. What else does it say a rectangle can be? Huh?
Polygon.
Yep. You got it. You got it. Right here. What, babe? Yes, it is a trapezoid. Yes, it is. See, look, and it looks just like this one.
see how a lot of people said, oh, divide.
Okay.
But we only had 1/4, and we needed to make 8, so we know we had to have more than a 4. Divide would have made
Is it, huh? Remember yesterday we said most people when they think of a trapezoid they think of this, but look up. Nope, right here. See up here where I have the quadrilaterals. See the trapezoid is laying on the side. It looks just like this. See? Right beside the circles up there. Yes. Because it only has one pair of parallel lines. All the ones that it is, and you have the organizer. Look at this though. Yes, that's perfectly fine. Yes.
So it's 50.
We were on the 8s?
Yeah, we were on the 8.
Oh.
8 times 1/4. Is it 8 times 1/4?
You're right. That 2 went up there for 26. 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 50?
No, 48.
48 plus 2.
50. Oh, that's not
You forgot? That's how you got it? Okay. All right, so you've got your 1s, you've got your 10s. So what do I do? Placeholders. 5 times 3. Are you with me, Caden? Just watch, as long as I have your eyes. 5 times 3. Leave a 5. Carry the 1. 5 times 3. Mary, 15 plus 1. Slow down, Addie. Yachty, 5 times 6. Plus 1. So there you go. I don't know. 3. 6 and 6 is 12. Plus 5. 1 and 6 is 5 and 1. There you go. 1, 2, 3, comma. You had it right the first time? You were just agreeing? Okay.
I did it the wrong way. I forgot to add the 20.
All right. I think multiplication's okay, but I don't want to jump right in the division. I want to try something else because we are going to do some division in it. If I say 5 and 6/7 plus 4 and 10/7. What do you get?
With the calculator. You see how it's easy to process it? If you think about it, think about it. Okay, Sean, I love how you were, your motivation for learning.
Oh, Zach's on the right track.
I'm just waiting for you. I like to answer you. Oh, you know what you do? You put the questions in the middle.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll be able to use your calculator, sometimes you're not. That's why it's important to practice.
Okay. We got a lot of that going on. You're not the only one, Addie. It's okay. Hey, first, it's okay, Anna. Stop and give me your eyes. Because we got about half and half. This is why I wanted to move you all doing these instead. The first thing, because I see lines and butterflies and lots of stuff that you don't have to do. You're making it too hard. What's 5 plus 4? Okay, so I'm going to write a 9 first, okay? Are my denominators the same? So all you have to do is add the top. What is 6 plus 10? So 16/7. That's your answer, but what do I have to do with that? I have to divide because what kind of fraction is that? Ooh, yes. Okay, so 16 divided by 7. How many times will 7 go into 1? How many times will 7 go into 1? How many times will 7 go into 1? Oh, Yachty, how many times will 7 go into 1? None. So I have to look at 2 digits. How many times will 7 go into 16? What is 2 times 7? And now you subtract. Will 7 go into 2, Mary? Will 7 go into 2? No. So it's a remainder of 2. So how do I get that back into a fraction? Zach, it's 2 and 2/7. So my 2, it's 2 and 2/7. So look, there's my 2, and now I have 2/7. Yeah. Can I do anything with the 2/7? No, I can't, so guess what? There's your answer. You forgot your 9? You forgot your 9 that was there. All right, let's do another one. Yeah, the point is I wanted y'all to feel a little frustration. Did you get frustrated there? That's why we're doing this instead of multiplication. 5 and 3/8 plus 6 and 10/8. Try that.
For 3 projects, how much wire? How much wire does he use on each? How much wire does he use for each project?
Start with your whole numbers. Okay.
So that's what I want to know is how much wire do you use for? Use for 3 projects.
Done.
But there's another key in there. This is where you
I can add the whole numbers together, like I said.
have a hard time when I was getting inside of that.
I got 16
Let me ask a question.
Check, Zach.
What numbers are important and why? Why? That's a very important question here. Look at the word problem. and circle the numbers that are important. Go ahead and do that. Eden, circle the word problem.
How'd you get to 16 though? That's what you need to check. Yes. 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 Okay, look, frustration level, here we go. What is 5 and 6? 11. Now, are those the same? So you don't have to do all the changing, just the top. What's 3 plus 10? Over 8. But what kind of fraction is that? Improper, you have to change it. So 13 divided by 8. How many times will 8 go into 1? So look at both digits. 8 into 13. 1 time. What's 1 times 8? 1 times 8. Now I have to borrow. Well, and it just turns out the same. And you're right, Anna, I have 5. Mary, will 8 go into 5? No, so I have a remainder of 5. So now I take my whole number. Caden, what do I do with that whole number?
What's the other number that's
I add it to my whole number. And what's that? And how many's left?
5/8.
So that's 5/8. That's why I said, how'd you get 16? You better add again. Almost everybody got that one, so one more and I think you've got it, okay?